stars in the sky. The St. Louis Science Center is inviting you to bundle up and head out to the archery range this Friday evening for a free public telescope viewing. Experts will be on hand to answer your astronomical questions. The fun begins at dusk and is completely free. For more information, call 314-289-4400.
Now we take you on a trip back in time, a journey lit only by candles. The Daniel Boone home in Boonesville Village is the place to be this weekend to experience a holiday without malls, the internet, or electricity. Here you can tour the village, plus listen as reenactors give detailed stories of holidays past. The event will be held both Friday and Saturday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Call 636-798-2005 for directions or more information. We keep our holiday traditions in the past with a visit to the Faust Park Historical Village. This Friday and Saturday, they are hosting a holiday special complete with candlelight tours of the homes, plus artisans in period dress demonstrating their crafts. The fun will run from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. both nights. Cost is only $5 for adults, $2 for kids. Call 636-532-7298 to get more information. So what are you going to do once all this holiday fun is behind you?
Maybe you should be a part of our Show Me St. Louis Shape Up. We're searching for 3 teams of outgoing people who are ready to start the new year by getting into shape, all while we follow your progress. Now, here's how it all works. If chosen, your team will be assigned to a local gym where you'll work with a trainer. Plus, you'll get dietary tips from the experts at St. John's Mercy Sports and Therapy. We'll follow your progress over a 12-week period, and at the end, our winning team will receive a 1-year membership to their gym.
We're looking for 4 members per team. Each must be 21 years old to enter. Log on to our website at KSDK.com, click Show Me St. Louis, and then click the Show Me Shape Up icon. Here you'll find our entry form and all the rules. You've got until December 31st to fill out the form, plus send us a 2-minute VHS tape. Mail entries to 1000 Market Street, St. Louis, Missouri, 63101. And good luck.
So get your VHS tapes ready, get your team together, because we're ready to shape up.
We want to pump
you up. And when you're done shaping up, start working on your wardrobe.
Kelly did. Look at those hats. Adorable designs from one creative lady. See how Sylvie uses classic French styles in her one-of-a-kind hats.
Plus, you've got a table full of holiday treats, but nothing to fill your guests' glass. We've got a pair of recipes to share, one for the kids and the other for the adults. Stay with us.
This tradition began 55 years ago, bringing in holiday cheer year after year. St. Louisans helping each other with a simple task. Each branch tells stories of St. Louis past. A tree of hope and inspiration. A tradition that started here and spread across our nation. Now is the time to help those who need it most. The Salvation Army and News Channel 5 ask you to give generously to the Tree of Lights this holiday season.
I'm number 39.
I'm number 21.
I am number 1.
I'm number 1.
I am number 1.
The St. Louis Blues proudly salute Herbert Hoover Boys and Girls Club, which for 35 years has been helping thousands of kids realize
I am number 1.
just how special they are.
Families give a child a sense of togetherness, safety, and belonging. But a lot of kids don't have that chance, and many live right here in St. Louis. Every one of these children deserves a place to call home. Every Tuesday on News Channel 5 at 6, we'll bring you the story of a child who needs a family. Their lives are those of tragedy and triumph. Join us in our goal to find every St. Louis child a place to call home.
And welcome back to Show Me St. Louis. We met a local fashion designer whose creations are the ultimate in femininity, style, and très chic. Her line is called SylvieWear, inspired by the Parisian fashions of 1920s and 30s. Her hats and other accessories are simply très belle. The hats are romantic, sexy, all custom made by St. Louisan known as Sylvie.
I was always mesmerized by the images of women in the 20s at cafes with hats on.
And that image has stuck with her. She quit her job at Brown Shoe Company and created SylvieWear about 5 years ago. Her hats are tops from faux fur.
I would wear it to a holiday event or, you know, I'd go to Chicago. In Chicago, you see a lot of people, cold weather places.
To those from the past called a cloche.
Which would be worn low like this, you know, like in the 20s. And
That
the brim,
definitely reminds me of a 1920s hat.
yeah, and the brim can kind of come up, or, you know, actually hats can be worn however you're comfortable wearing them.
Old photographs and fashion magazines help with the vision.
There's something very neat about how I see a brim and how I see just the fashion and the way they looked. And so when I start looking at those images, then I forget about the world of fashion and what has to sell and what people are going to wear. And so I just start making things.
She gets help from fashion design students like her assistant Shelley, who attends WashU. Unlike most milliners, Sylvie makes her designs by creating her own patterns and sews from there. Sylvie also works with clients who have a specific style in mind.
I went to her house and she had this really decorative jacket, which I took pictures of. And it had a lot of, you know, hand beading and gold, you know, embroidery on it. So what I did was I tried to shop and find what I could that would kind of match it.
Almost finished with her spring line, Sylvie also designed scarves, purses, clothing, even hats for men. Photographer and supermodel Jim Veman couldn't resist. And bridal headpieces.
To me, it's like, it's a little more like a hat. It's more like the 20s. Like, this is a really popular style that I'll bring back this year.
Sylvie continues to expand her designs, soon to release clothing as well. We must add all of her designs are inspected by Cherub the cat. Does this pass?
There you go.
Sylvie says the inspirations for her designs not only come from Europe or a particular era, but a state of mind.
I guess I decided I wanted every day to be amazing in my life, and so doing this, making the things that I make, and speaking the language I speak as Sylvie, and shopping for fabrics and selling stuff and seeing people wear my stuff, it's awesome.
And if you are interested in ordering any of her beautiful hats or other accessories, call 314-457-1350. You can also view her designs on her website, which is linked to ours at KSDK.com. Click Show Me St. Louis, then show information. I want to say merci to Sylvie for allowing us into her workshop. It is trivia time, and today we are giving away 4 passes to see political analyst Tim Russert as part of, I lost my place, the KMOX Distinguished Lecture Series, plus a $30 gift certificate to Sunshine Drapery and Interior Fashion. But to win, you must answer today's question. In what noticed tourist attraction in St. Louis will you find the President John F. Kennedy Forest? Be the first to call 888-969-5550 with the correct answer, and you win. Heidi?
Well, when it comes to holiday recipes, the main dish is the main focus, but those beverages should ring a few bells too. Today, St. Louis Post-Dispatch food editor Judy Evans is here with a few recipes you're going to love, one for the kids and one just for the adults. So what are we going to make today, Judy?
Well, we're going to make mulled cider and mulled wine, and I have to say this is not just for the kids. We made some for you already if you'd like to take a taste. It's
I absolutely will.
Spiced cider with a little bit of orange juice and orange zest. But these are great things to have on hand if you're having an open house or entertaining. Oh, too hot.
It's a little warm.
I'm sorry. You can have them at the ready. You can make them in a crock pot. You can have them simmering on the stove. Not only do they taste good, but they make your house smell wonderful because of the sweet spices.
Now, are these easy recipes? Anybody can do this?
Absolutely. Should we make them right now?
Let's go.
Okay, let's start with the cider. You need a gallon of cider.
So I'm going to pour it right in here.
Pour it right in the crock pot. If you don't have a crock pot, make it on the stove top. And then while you're pouring, I'm going to add the zest of one orange. That's the outer portion of the peel that tastes so good. And this is the juice of one orange. And then we're just adding some cinnamon sticks, some whole cloves, and some star anise, which smells like licorice if you want to take a little sniff before we put it in. And that's it. We'll just let that heat up. And then as you can see, that's quite a lot if you're going to serve a big crowd with that.
Only this is going to be troublesome to heat up, Judy.
Well.
Judy's cheating. Okay, what else are we going to make, Judy?
Well, I will say that there really is a flame under this pot. So we're going to pour in a bottle of wine, and you do not want to go with an expensive wine here. An inexpensive wine is just fine.
The whole bottle?
The whole bottle.
Now, is this going to get people kind of schnookered?
Well, it depends on how much they drink.
Okay.
If it's wine. And then a couple tablespoons of sugar, And then again, some sweet spices. We've added some allspice here and some cloves and a cinnamon stick. And then these are bitters. You buy them in the liquor department. It just takes a dash. It just kind of rounds out the flavor.
What
and
are
that's
bitters?
They're just an aromatic combination. Just rounds out the flavor. So that's it for these two.
Now, do you
And we
have to
also
stir? Do you have to do anything during the process?
You can stir to dissolve the sugar. Once this wine is warm, it's ready. Just strain it into cups. You want to let the cider simmer for 10 or 15 minutes, and that's ready too.
And then once it's finished, do you take it off of the stove or out of the crock pot, or you can just leave it for the rest of the time?
You can leave it in the crock pot. It'll just continue to taste better and better and smell better and better.
Now, is this important? Should you have a good beverage?
I think so, don't you?
I absolutely think so.
I think it is, and this is a nice thing at an open house. You can have some sandwiches, some cookies, some little nibbles, whatever, and it's just nice to have something warm.
Now, you're going to have lots of other recipes in the Let's Eat section?
We do, and we really are focusing on wine and spirits this week. In fact, this is one of our cover stories. The other story is about ice wine, and ice wine is really interesting because the grapes for ice wine are picked after they've frozen, so the sugars really concentrate, and it's made in Missouri as well as other places. So we actually went out while they were picking the grapes and write about that.
Awesome. Well, for a copy of today's recipes, log on to our website at KSDK.com, click Show Me St. Louis, then Show Information, or send us a self-addressed stamped envelope to 1000 Market Street, St. Louis, Missouri 63101. And remember to look for more great ideas in tomorrow's Let's Eat, or maybe it should be Let's Drink section of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Judy, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Heidi.
More Show Me St. Louis still to come.
We live in a time when news and information are vital. Throughout the years, you've placed your trust in News Channel 5 because this is where the news comes first. That's not just some slogan, it's who we are, what we're about. You continue to turn to us for news, not for gimmicks, not for hype, just news. We take tremendous pride in that. We are News Channel 5, where the news comes first.
It's about taking the time and understanding what people need. Whether it's a forecast to plan your day or a severe weather warning to protect you and your family, we're here to get you ready, not worried. Working for you, Cindy Pressler, John Fuller, Scott Connell, Mike Roberts, the most experienced, the most watched. That's the Doppler 5 weather team. Do one thing, do it well. News Channel 5, where the news comes first.
Childhood, a time for learning, playing, growing together as a family. But a lot of kids don't have that chance. Many live right here in St. Louis. Every one of these children deserves a place to call home. Every Tuesday on News Channel 5 at 6, you'll look into the life of a child who needs a family. These are stories of survival and hope. Please join us in our goal of finding every St. Louis child a place to call home.
Today in St. Louis, still having fun, still the one.
And can I have a new pair of boots?
I don't know, you're asking for an awful lot.
A very big, very important man in a red suit is stopping by the Magic House. It's all part of their Winter Wonderland, an event with all the bells and whistles. We'll take you there tomorrow.
Dining becomes a religious experience at 9th Street Abbey, and now this legendary landmark is the place to do lunch. We'll take you out for a great meal tomorrow at 3. But first, we do have a winner in today's Trivia Challenge.
That's right, John Kelly of Florissant. You are today's trivia winner. That's because John knows Forest Park is where you'll find the John F. Kennedy Forest. Congratulations.
We are so happy to have the Big Brothers Big Sisters here. You have a raffle, right?
Yes, we do. Right now, currently, Big Brothers Big Sisters is raffling off the H2 Hummer or $50,000 cash, along with 29 other prizes.
You can't beat that.
No. To purchase your $100 raffle ticket, you can either call 314-361-5900 or check out our website,
www.bbbsemo.org.
Great, thanks a lot. Heidi, who do you have over there?
An old classic is coming to the theater. Tell me about it.
We're showing White Christmas, the holiday classic at the American Theater. It's a benefit for 100 Neediest Cases. There's a 1 o'clock matinee and a 7-evening show. The show starts with a holiday sing-along with Washington University's choir. We'll have roasted chestnuts outside. We'll have the brass band playing outside under the lit marquee, cabaret table seating.
And for tickets, call 314-231-5554. Kelly?
Look at these cute little pooches, the stray rescue you're here with, along with 3 Dog Bakery. Randy Grimm has a book out, is that right?
Yes, it'll be released this Thursday, and the book launch will take place at 3 Dog Bakery.
And the number to call?
314-771-6121.
Oh, you're so cute. I want his little coat. That'll do it for this Tuesday edition. See you tomorrow.
It's about taking the time and investing in your resources, putting the right tools in the right hands. Doppler 5 Storm Path Radar. It lets our team look inside a storm as it's happening to see how severe it is and which way it's headed. It's the best tool we have to warn you about severe weather. Cindy Pressler, John Fuller, Scott Connell, Mike Roberts. The most experienced, the most watched. That's the Doppler 5 Weather Team. Do one thing, do it well. News Channel 5, where the news comes first.
Watch News Channel 5 stories online. Go to KSDK.com and click the video icon next to the story you'd like to see. Watch anytime, anywhere.
Brought to you by Husterian, a primary network company, and News Channel 5.
Reverends, sisters, pastors, fathers, and rabbis all help you to keep the faith. We also know how to pass the buck and heat up St. Louis. We need your help to keep the needy safe and warm this winter. Thank you.
Aren't you Daddy's little baby? Aren't you just such a little beautiful little thing? Aren't you Daddy's little baby? How you doing today? Aren't you Daddy's little baby? Gucci, Gucci, goo, goo, goo.
Consider your pet an important part of the family? Then pick up a copy of Pet Friends. You'll find helpful information that can keep your best friend happy and healthy. Pet Friends, a newspaper for pets and their people.
We live in a time when news and information are vital. Throughout the years, you've placed your trust in News Channel 5 because this is where the news comes first. That's not just some slogan, it's who we are, what we're about. You continue to turn to us for news, not for gimmicks, not for hype, just news. We take tremendous pride in that. We are News Channel 5, where the news comes first.
Santa Claus is coming to town, and they won't catch him today.